Yo, what's up everybody? How y'all doing? And welcome back to another accessibility overview video. And this one is for Contractors. Contractors, I am specifically playing the Quest 2 version, but this is applicable even to the PC version. I will start off right now by saying thank you very much, devs, for the key to the game so I can check it out for accessibility and, possibly give some feedback on how to maybe improve it a little bit. And I do have some ideas, but we'll get into that in a minute. You are seeing right now me going through the menus. I'm going through them kind of slowly just to show what there is. When you first boot up the game, and I don't have footage of this part, you set up like your dominant hand and your height and all that good stuff, which you can still access and redo from the settings. Now, many of you're probably saying by now, like, Dodie, this game doesn't have seated play in it. Yeah, I know. And that's why we're doing this. Do you think I'm only going to be talking about games that actually have a seated play? No. I'm going to figure out how to make games work. Not only for me, but for you. Whether or not the game officially has seated play in it, I'm going to figure it out. Because that's what I do. But yes, you can kind of tell. I will fast forward to the part of me kind of standing next to the gun range if I'm not already at that part when I'm talking. But you'll notice it does look like I am standing. And that's because I set my in-game height to what my actual height would be if I were able to stand. And my actual height would be 5'9". So that's what I set it to in the game. That's cool, except when you drop something. Yeah. When you drop something, because if you're in a seated position, like a wheelchair, you can't really physically crouch. Now, there are a lot of games, but they're typically ones that actually have a seated mode. If you lean completely forward because the headset goes down, it takes it as you crouching. Because this game doesn't actually have a seated mode in it, and I'm just kind of trying to make it work. It doesn't do that. It doesn't behave as though I'm crouching, even though the headset's going lower. And you will see in the footage, was leaning like forward, like kissing my knees and kind of leaning forward and nothing. And I couldn't reach it. And because obviously Contractors is more trying to be on the realistic side, I guess, they're not giving you like a magic laser pointer like a lot of games where you just have it make contact with the item, hit the grip on your controller, and then boom, it's back in your hand. They're not gonna do that. So yeah, let that be known. So if you take your gun off of your chest and then you end up dropping it for whatever reason, yeah, you're screwed. you're screwed. You're not getting that weapon back. Unless you, of course, are playing with either understanding randoms that maybe you go into a match and you're like, yo, I'm playing this in a wheelchair. If I drop my gun, can you pick it up and give it back to me? And hopefully, if they're understanding, they'll be like, oh yeah, of course. And they'll pick it back up and they'll give it to you again before it despawns. If not, then, well, it's going to despawn and you just lost your weapon. So that's kind of a bummer. And moving to the weapons and all of that good stuff, everything is essentially would be on your waist. And sitting in a chair, it can be doable. It can be. It's not fully there. It could be. It could be. But it's not. And what I mean by that is that if you're sitting back in your chair, you're sitting all the way back. About the only stuff you're going to be able to easily grab, and this is coming from my experience personally, and I will bring that up if you guys don't know. I have cerebral palsy and all that on my right side. It's glorious. You can't tell, obviously you can't really tell when I'm sitting down, but it is on my right side. Think a head injury for that one. But yeah, okay, bummer note out of the way. Because of that, like, the weapons are easy-ish to grab. If you have footrests, you can't really see. You can kind of see the one. But if you have those kind of jetting out a little bit, that is roughly where your pistol is gonna be on your right side, and you're either gonna end up hitting it with your controller, or you'll be like me and your arm won't even be able to really reach that spot too well. And so then you'll have to try and reach it with your left, but then you'll turn so it'll move. And it's a pain in the butt. And as far as I can tell, you cannot swap those to put them on the other side if that's easier. And then so you'll go to grab it, and then you'll maybe grab it, but then accidentally drop it because you'll lose grip, and then then it just disappears. And if you got like crappy teammates that are like, you shouldn't be playing, blah 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 blah, that kind of thing, you're gonna be in for some trouble. And I don't know if it's popping up yet. It probably has already, but I did go into a match. I went into a match versus the AI just by myself to kind of show this is not the easiest thing to do in a wheelchair. And yeah, it's not. Like I said, where the weapon placement technically is at based on you sitting in a chair. Well, a wheelchair. I don't have a regular chair. I just have that one. It's difficult. It is not the easiest thing to do. Now, if you have, I have pretty good range on my arms, but I think if you have better control than maybe I do with my right arm, you might actually have a decent time with this. Again, if you're either playing with friends or you just have understanding teammates that you bumped into and you explained and they were like, okay, cool, we got you. if that happens, then cool. If that isn't a thing and you're kind of more of a solo player, you may also want to not play this. But I would say if you're gonna need good arm range. You're gonna need good arm range. I can wave my arms around, both of them, but stuff like the gun placement is on my hip. Not the easiest to do from my chair, but, and this is where I want to add the but, if any of you have seen older videos I've done, like my review for Swarm or my playthrough of Job Simulator or something like that, you'll probably be like, wait a minute. This guy stands. I can stand on my knees. I can stand on my knees as though they're my feet. So, me being able to do that, I can basically play this game like how they want. They want you to be standing playing this game. So I can technically do that for, short bursts. I can do that. Not everybody can, which is why I make these videos. If everybody could do that, I would probably still make the videos that have to do with, can you swap the sticks? Does it have colorblind modes? Does it, do this or that? The answer to those questions, analog stick swap, yes. Colorblind, no. I don't know if there's any of the versions of color blindness that don't allow you to see essentially tan and black, tan, and maybe gray. I'm not sure. But there's not a ton of different colors in this game. It is, more on the army-ish kind of thing. It's not meant to be all bright and colorful. But yeah, those are not in the game. Swapping the sticks is in the game. I was playing Southpaw during this. But this video running kind of long, but I'm gonna get into the feedback. I just will recap. You're gonna need, I would say, close to full arm range. You're gonna need, especially if you're in a chair, just to be able to reach all the dang weapons that are on your hip and hopefully not drop them. So, and if you absolutely need colorblind, you may want to avoid this game then. If you don't have much range, avoid this game. But I'm gonna get into the feedback and just my ideas. The one idea, and I know this, it would probably make people angry, but honestly, I know the game doesn't officially have seated mode, and I was just kind of, I guess, not breaking the game by playing that way or attempting to play that way. But I honestly, it would open up. More people could play this game if you put in a seated mode, but instead it make the weapon, the hitboxes that allow you to grab stuff, make them bigger. Again, I'm not a game dev. I think I say this in every video. I'm not a game dev. I have no idea how that goes, or how difficult that is, or how long that would take. I have no idea. But yes, put in just make the hitboxes bigger, and I think this would be the best thing. Put in, and it takes away the realism. I know, I get it. that little laser pointer I talked about that allows people to easily, pick up weapons or some form of that. You could put that in the game. That'd be very, very cool. I think people would like that. More people would be able to play the game, so more people would actually want to buy the game. And, it's a win-win. More people get to play it, and yeah, that's a win. And then you get more money to keep improving the game and doing this and doing that. Again, win-win. I think the only other thing is have it maybe as an option. I don't know, because I can't remember what every single button does. But maybe, again, I know people will get upset. I don't care. Because as an option, the light laser thing that allows you to pick up a gun if you drop it, but also as an option, a crouch function, maybe even clicking in one of the analog sticks is a crouch feature. I believe, I think by default it's probably the left stick click, but if you have the stick functions flipped like I do, it's clicking in the right stick makes you sprint. Have it be the opposite click, the opposite analog stick click. Press that in, it's a crouch button. Have it be a setting if people don't want to, just so people don't have to use it. If they can stand and they can physically crouch and they can do all that, they don't have to use it. But make it an option. And have the description say it like it goes to the opposite stick. So it goes, it goes to your camera stick click. But honestly, I think those are about the only two. Those are like the two main things. That would help so much, because then you could, those two things will make it so you could, or heck, put the crouch button. Just put the crouch button. My brain, it just thought of that. It takes a while sometimes. It just do that. Put the crouch button. Know why? Because then people in chairs could crouch, scoot, go up, and grab their gun. Boom. And maybe allow us to put the pistol on the left side instead of the right side. That'd be cool too. But yeah. Those are bad ideas. Those are bad ideas, devs. If you could implement them, everybody would love you a long time. Especially the people like me that have to, the people that have to play seated, and like I said, I can only stand on my knees for like short bursts. So even I, in a way, have to play seated. Would very, very much thank you for doing that. I would love it so much. I'm gonna play the game anyway, but just to it would make things easier for everybody like myself with disabilities who still want to play this game, want to enjoy it, because man, it looks freaking cool. And the new mode, I mean, come on. So yes, that is going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this video helped anybody with a purchase decision on whether you're going to get it or not. Hopefully this feedback is heard by the devs and maybe something will happen. As long as it's like, yo, we heard your feedback, and we could probably do that. Even if you just said that, really, I'd be happy. You don't have to even give a definitive date. Because again, I'm no game dev. That crap could take forever. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, do the YouTubey things. If you want more of these videos, there's a playlist that's probably up on the screen right now. It's got a lot of videos in it. But yeah, so click on that. Do all the other YouTubey things. And if you stuck around through this entire video, thank you very much. And yeah, I will see y'all later. All right. Peace out.